Steve's epic adventure to Mercury. One sunny Minecraft morning, Steve was tinkering with his tools, crafting new armor and mining rare ores, when he looked up at the sky. The stars twinkled above, and there, close to the sun, was a little planet that looked like it was made of metal, Mercury. I bet no one's ever been there, Steve thought with a grin. Time for a new adventure. So, with a heart full of excitement and curiosity, Steve decided to build a rocket. It wasn't easy. He had to gather tons of iron, redstone, and even some weird blocks from the nether. But after days of hard work, his shiny new rocket stood tall, ready for takeoff. Here we go. Steve cheered as he climbed into the cockpit. With a roar of engines, the rocket blasted off into the sky. Up, 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 higher than he'd ever been before. As the Earth got smaller and smaller, Steve couldn't help but feel a little nervous. But his courage was bigger than any fear, so he pushed on. After what felt like forever, Steve finally saw Mercury up close. It was small, dusty, and hot. The ground cracked like dry bones, and the air shimmered with heat. Steve landed with a soft thud, his boots bouncing on the weak gravity. "Whoa, it's like a giant furnace here," Steve said, wiping his brow. But he didn't mind. His curiosity was stronger than the heat, and he was determined to explore. As he wandered, Steve found something amazing, a glowing cave deep beneath the surface. The walls sparkled with glowing ores that hummed softly. He mined some with his trusty pickaxe, thinking about how cool it would be to show his friends back home. But then, deeper in the cave, he found something even more incredible, a giant, ancient temple. The stone walls were covered in strange pictures of creatures and far-off places. It looked old, like it hadn't been touched in years. "Let's see what's inside," Steve said with a grin. Inside the temple was a huge, glowing orb floating in the air. It pulsed with a mysterious light, almost like it was alive. Without thinking, Steve reached out and touched it. Zap! A bright light filled the room, and when it faded, Steve found himself back outside. But everything had changed. The whole planet felt different. Instead of just heat and rocks, there was a kind of magic in the air. It was as if Mercury was alive, and it had just shared its secret with Steve. He realized that the orb had given him something special knowledge. "Wow, I've learned so much already," Steve said, his eyes wide with wonder. As Steve made his way back to his rocket, he thought about the adventure. He didn't just discover a new planet. He discovered that sometimes the best treasures aren't gold or diamonds. They're the lessons we learn and the courage to face the unknown. The end. Moral of the story. Curiosity can lead to amazing discoveries, and bravery helps us face the unknown. Don't be afraid to step into new adventures, because you might just find something more valuable than you ever imagined. Hey, ATB Pierce! If you loved this video, click that like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Or suggest stories you want, and we might just shout you out in the next video. Let's keep the good vibes rolling.